So let's talk about the embedded AI capabilities first. And for this, as I mentioned, we are targeting 400 embedded use cases in 2025. So we are still ahead of our schedule in these 5 months that we've done already 2025. But for this, I wanted to say that even the use cases are going to be aligned to those personas. Why? Because they have different needs, like the CFO. High-powered financial forecasting is going to bring her a lot of value, or the CHRO, the AI-infused workforce planning to create the new opportunities or to create some interviewing process or generate many other use cases that we'll see later. So let me start with finance, and we'll go through some of these line of businesses one by one so you see what I'm talking about. But I wanted to go a little more detail on the finance part. As you see here, Natalie, the CFO for this company, has one of her macro or level 2 processes, this plan to organize, to analyze, and improve with the multiple steps. So planning, budgeting, and forecasting, management, accounting, financial data gathering, consolidation, and so on. In each of these sub-processes within this larger process, you're going to see some of those embedded use cases that are applicable. So, for example, when they are planning, budgeting, and forecasting, they can just ask questions in natural language. Or when are recording the data, they can do automated emission for the mapping of the emissions. Or when we go to the consolidations, they have these financial business insights and so on. And it is precisely these financial business insights, the one that I want to show you today. So the next thing I'm going to do is going to show you this AI-assisted financial business, which we expect that is going to be performed not by the CFO, but for example, the financial analyst. And we expect and we experience customer experience around a 50% reduction in the time of the analysis of, for example, this cost center report that I'll show in a minute, as well as 65% in the reduction of the summarization. Because in this case, as you'll see, we're going to get this booklet. This booklet is going to be full of data, rows and columns, and the system is going to give you an accelerated analysis of the things that are to be highlighted and to be summarized. So with that, we expect a 2x acceleration on decision making based on this cost center booklet. So let's talk about sales now. And in this case, I want to talk about this order return process. In this case, you'll see we start the return of an order, receive the goods, inspection, compensate, customer compensation, and then tracking the return. As you'll see all these steps, there is one highlighted here in blue, the reception of the base input recommendation for the initial creation of this return to be accelerated. And here what you'll see this more and more is just recommendations on values that statistically will be likely to be needed or to be filled out by the user, in this case already proposed by the solution. And in this case, as you'll see, they're going to be highlighted in blue, and it can be accepted or it can also be changed by the user as we go.